This man really just say Rev had hockey? What? Love your confidence in me. I love 2Q's. I love his confidence in me. Wow. Incredible. Like, comment down below if you believe Rev is a professional hockey player. Yup. Me. Professional. Hey. I'm not. Nope. Nope. American football is today, though. We've got the Superb Owl game. Yay, Superb Owls. Everybody, tell me about your favorite owl. Which owl are you rooting for in the Superb Owl Bowl? I'm curious to know. Good afternoon, everybody. Today I have super serial conversations to be had with y'all. Super serial conversations, as well as important information to share in terms of how many relativities have been purchased and currency. I know many of you are curious. Now, I mentioned this in my post that's meant to garner attention. How altruistic are you feeling? Are y'all gonna be able to pick up the pitchforks and the torches? And don't ask what I had handy. For your fellow man and woman. Because, I'll be honest, the event store currency for the average player above level 40 is honestly good. I know, Rev, shut up saying nice things. I'm not saying it's great, but it's not what it was. All right, we're not looking like 150,000, right? All right, don't worry, I'm gonna put it on the screen. But for our lower level players, there is, well, let's just say it's not good. Say that, and I'll show you what those numbers are here in just a second. So, yeah, all the things we're gonna go over today. We're gonna let everybody come in first so we can talk about, you know, the pros, the cons, everything y'all like, we like, etc. So feel free to jump on in. How about phasers and pain sticks? You know what? I'm feeling a little Klingon today. I'm rocking the emblem. I've always got it on my microphone. Sure, let's get out the pain stick. Pain stick's a little bit more pleasure, and I want to be a little bit more, you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, for the people. John Trek, great to see you, by the way, man. I miss when you blew up my DMs all the time in Discord messaging. Hit me up. I miss you. Yeah, good to see you. CEO, good to see you. Burnt Pork, Blitz, ATX, TJ, the Doberman. Welcome in. Mr. Paseo, Robert, Prey, Garvey, Brandon, Fister of Iron. Pray, everybody, welcome on in. I said, we're gonna get a few minutes, let everybody kind of jump in. You know, y'all know how the YouTube stream goes. Takes a few minutes for everybody to, you know, see all the alerts and stuff like that. And I don't want people to miss information. So I will give a little bit of a time for people to kind of catch up and jump in. And in the meantime, I'm actually going to break out my relativity and go use it on Krenim Armadas. I got to do it. It's part of events. So if you're wondering, like, well, Rev, is it really better than your Vorchot? Not right now. No. Relativity needs a lot of upgrades to be better than my Vorchot. But because I need to complete an SMS that gives me event store currency that I need, I'm going to go do that today here on stream. So we'll do that together. But we'll see where everybody else is at on that. Actually, with my warp range, 275. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to go any higher because it's still a baby. Look at this little thing. It's so tiny. Like, oh my goodness, will you upgrade already? My Atlanta. Let me go ahead and put that in, get the weapons upgraded first. Now, we'll check all of my other refines I've got to do today as well, because if you're not doing your refines, you're missing out on stuff. Right. All right, my timers say do the refines later. Well, we're going to do those later. Great. Hit level 50. Congratulations, Bray. That's awesome. You're that step closer to entering into G5, but that doesn't mean jump from level 50. You might very well enjoy it quite a bit. Patrick coming over here, part of our Twitch crowd, and I respect it. I respect it a lot. All right, so somebody's running that over there. That's interesting. But I'm going to head over here, and I want to run a couple of these, and I will bring this just in case, because the relativity does not survive quite well, as y'all would expect, but I'm not trying to make a complaint about it. Now, I can use this as an opportunity to shock you. And I'm very curious to see what y'all say. I was actually talking to another one of my G6 players, literally just moments ago, because he has a second account on server 710 and plays with me in Horde. But we were talking about sales of the new ship, and he was shocked with how many ships have actually sold. But we brought up this secondary conversation of how many people are actually paying to upgrade their Revenant. Because those that know the spenders in this game, it's not just about selling the ship, it's about selling the ship and then also the leaderboards that come for upgrading the ship. And we've been talking. I don't think a lot of people are buying that second, third, fourth pack. A lot of them typically do. You just bought the relativity. However, for those curious about numbers, about 11,000 USS relativities have sold, which to me is shocking considering I find it to be a just objectively poor ship. I'm not trying to just be a hater. I'm not. I just don't find it to be very good. I find it, even its perks for higher level players, I mean, rep bonuses, a lot of people that's not going to provide a lot, but maybe for 40s and 50s it did. So sold more than I thought it would in terms of actual ships, but we're not seeing a lot of people who are investing a lot into it to max it and level it up. So very curious to see what y'all have experienced. If y'all picked up the ship, like it, dislike it, don't let Rev's opinion cloud your judgment. Tell me what you think. Rick says buying the relativity because it's an end of an arc event. It tied more event store creds to it, so has more return on investment. There's some truth to that, some not, Rick. And we'll get into that when we take a look at the free play event store. Every single event store currency event that revolves around the relativity can be done free to play, assuming people in your alliance bought the relativity. Assuming. A big assumption. Big assumption. Assuming people bought it. So for all the Formation Armada events you've seen, those are definitely able to be done free to play, but only if you're an alliance that has those and they're running those. Or if you're in an alliance that has level 70s who just brute force the big Formation Armadas, you can still complete those. But you are right. It is to an extent tied to those, and that can be problematic for some folks. So certainly worth bringing in. That's not free to play. It is though, because again, Toby, it is free to play because you don't need to have bought it. Now, if you argue it's free if somebody bought it, well, here's the thing. By that argument, no Armada is free. No Armada exists in the game that's free because somebody has to buy the Armada pack that you can build your ACC. Nobody can get ACC cores for free. It's not possible. I think we've kind of forgotten that because it's been so long. Not a single person can build the ACC for free. Somebody's got to buy the packs. If you join a new server today, if somebody does not buy the pack, nobody's running Armada. So, I mean, how much do we really want to like pull that in and like get real nitpicky? I'm not going to get that nitpicky because that's just how the game has always been. Do I agree with it? Again, not trying to get into that semantics. Of course, I don't agree with stuff like that, but that's no different than other times. So I don't think it's fair to say it's not free to play. We can say it's more difficult, but it's still free to play. So how those sale numbers compare to other ships. So the best way I can put it is within 48 hours Forgotten Sec, it was within a 10% variance of other ships. Did it sell less than, say, the NSCA? Yes, absolutely. And the Revenant, actually, for the last 4 ships, is the best seller. But it sold around what the Vindicator sold. And I think the Vindicator's better than the Relativity. So again, it's always what works for different people. So like I said, for those coming in for the event store currency, I was just giving it a few minutes to let more people roll in. Normally we have around 300 to 400 people watching even time. We have about 250 right now. I'm not going to make y'all wait all day. It's not one of those streams where the streamer says, hey, you got to be here at 1 hour and 15 minutes and I'll surprise you. Now, I just want to make sure everybody can get this information as possible. I have been tracking all of the numbers on the spreadsheet. Jules has been really busy with real life. And then obviously we have a whole bunch of data crunchers. This time around, it's on me to do it. That's completely fine. I enjoy it. My biggest complaint, though, just go ahead and give y'all a warning, is sub 40 players are getting absolutely screwed worse than they ever have before in event store currency. Like if you feel as a free to play, say 46 right now, that you're not getting currency, wait till I tell you the numbers for anybody who is below level 40. So that's going to be a trip. Let me turn this on before I forget it real quick. This needs the anti-charge, which is this one, right? Anti-charge shift. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. And let me hit these real quick, like, and in a hurry, so I can get this event done running over the weekend. So I'm going to go over all those numbers to give you a few minutes. Jim says level 35. Couldn't do freebooters for neutrinos because it's not level 38. Today I completed the Texas class, but not even killing Texas class hostiles, and couldn't get to the system for them. Now that is on purpose, Jim. Like they do have it set up for that particular event, that you can do any hostiles to do that, because doing Texas class hostiles below level 40 is, yeah. But they do have it set to where regular hostiles can score, which is good. But sadly, lower levels aren't getting even that every day. So how it's been so far, I'll just go ahead and preview. You know what? I guess we can go ahead and shift over. We got 250. Y'all can help disseminate this info out for me if anybody's missing. So here's the spreadsheet for anybody that's going to ask. Yes, everybody here can have access to the spreadsheet. I don't hide any of this for you. It's also in our Discord, but I'll go ahead and share it in the chat as well so that y'all can jump in. But what is this showing? So this shows that as of today, so this is day 6. So through 6 days, the free-to-play currency that can have been earned is 87,600. But the big one that worries me is this one right over here that I've made a special line for, because when we do this, we typically have always just tracked it the same, because believe it or not, it was not separated. Like there was a time where if you were 39, you were getting the same as 49. Like the opportunity was equal. The opportunity is no longer equal. And right now, if you were below level 40, the amount of currency that you could have possibly earned so far is 24,000. That's it. That's it. A quarter of what everybody 40 and above can have earned. Now, again, I'm not here to argue that all the events for 40 plus have been easy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not, for anybody who's about to yell at Reb, like, well, that's so hard. Okay, cool. It's hard. But the reason that I really do want to feel pitchforks and torches is because this to me is completely unacceptable. You know, and here's why, warning, Rev Rand incoming. Here's why it's so particularly frustrating for multiple reasons. Number one, this game for the past 2 years has been screaming as loud as it can to level up. It's direct, not even like subtly hinting it. They'll put out news posts and packs specifically to tell players, we want you to level up. We also know that content in terms of like new ships, most new loops are no longer present below level 40, even though good things do get put below level 40, like the independent archives. But they are screaming at low levels, level up, darn you, level up. And yet when the catch-up mechanic that has always been designed around leveling up, giving them 24,000 event store currency, a quarter of what everybody above the level is getting. Scopely, before you have a little thought in your brain over there, that does not mean that the regular folks at 40 plus deserve 24,000. It means why on God's green earth would you limit it to 24K? And keep in mind that we're talking about there being tens of thousands of players. Well, tens of thousands, probably about over 10,000, so not tens of thousands. But there are well over 10,000 players who can't even go to 40 plus if they wanted to because of level locks. Why are level locks still in the game for new servers in 2025? Doesn't make much sense to me, but they are. Those players can't go 40 plus even if they wanted to get more loot. So you're just punishing players below level 40 for no reason. There's no logical reason why they should only have 24,000. And as we've been doing the count, here's how I've gotten to the count. And y'all can do math. There's been 4 events to pay out 6,000 currency 4 events for hitting random hostiles in 6 days. So that means that even every day they've been running events, there's been 2 days where free-to-play and regular players below level 40 didn't have anything. Nothing. Not even a hit a hostile event. Just absolute zero currency. So just by that standard, they should be at 36,000 if they simply had an event every day. They haven't even gotten an event every day. At least y'all who are above 40 are able to gripe about the events you have every day. As you can see, like day 3, we had, what, 5 events? Day 2, 3 events? Day 5, which started yesterday, 5 events? I mean, we can dislike our events, but at least they're events. Below level 40, just, and keep in mind that in terms of pure numbers, it's over 100,000 active players who now can have a maximum as of today, 24,000 event store currency. That is ridiculous. To me, that is a pitchfork and torch moment. That is something that everybody in the player base should agree, unify on, and say Scopely, that is simply unacceptable. Cannot tell players to level up and then provide an event store that has good things in it to encourage leveling up and then give no currency for it, except, because you might be shocked by this upcoming statement, they do have the packs that sell 200,000 event store currency. Shock. Wow. Who knew? Yeah. So, Grab's rant is getting Scopely to act on this. Now, before anybody says anything, myself and others have already messaged Scopely about this. I've been bugging the community managers. I messaged the person who's over the ARC this month, the live ops guy over the ARC this month. We've had people from the VIP moderation team really joining in on this. And I appreciate everybody who's jumping on board. But I believe that the more voices and the louder and the more cantankerous we are as a community, more likely we are to actually see change. So maybe just the warning of me saying, Rev's community, get crazy, gets them to go, all right, well, we don't want to deal with Rev and his annoyances anymore. Let's do something. So that's my hope. And for all of you who are above level 40, it is still good to know this information. And again, I make all this and all the content creators make this stuff available completely open to y'all. We don't hide anything. The whole purpose of doing this is for y'all. And if you do see that I'm missing anything, I put this little note this month up here in the sheet. If you see that I've missed an LOB or a heroic or something like that, feel free to message me. I know people are going to ask, are we getting any in the rare ticket events? I don't believe so. However, I could be wrong because I've not heard specifically on that issue, but I don't believe we're getting any in the rare tickets. But still, if you're an average player out there, 6 days obtaining this amount of currency is not a bad number. 6 days of obtaining this amount of currency is not bad in the slightest. Like, that's solid. We like that. Good. Awesome. We want more of that. For 6 days to get almost 90,000, we're talking about, multiply that by 3 or 4. Because again, that doesn't count your leaderboards, which most of your alliances are going to score it. That's putting people around 250 to 300,000. Not great when you compare to what it was last year, like 169,000, 209,000. You're getting much closer to what we had the past 2. Yes, I want more. I'm not trying to say I'm like happy. I'm just, we're not back here is what I'm telling you. Remember 2024 when we were here, right? This time last year we were here. We're not there. That was where it was really bad. So anyway, if you see anything that I need to correct, work on, etc., please let me know and ping me, because there's definitely things that I can miss. But this is where we're currently sitting at now. So thoughts from the chat as we take a look. Thoughts from the chat. So, go Red Wings? Yes, go Red Wings. I'm a Red Wings fan. Almost like they want us to call them out. I don't think they do, but hey, who am I? I don't know anything. I'm just a guy with a microphone and a stream. I'm just a guy. So, kind of feels like one last summer with FC Janeway where they only gave us enough loot to unlock her. Yeah, and maybe I would say this, like, currently, if your own pace in terms of you, the general you, the players, the majority of players are in the 40s. Like, that's the highest concentration of players right now. Their own pace to be able to get the Fringy Whip and probably to get the Vindicator. They've got their own pace to get a couple things, not just limited to one, which is good. But generally speaking, I think more is more. I think that we need to get back to the 400,000. A point that I tried to bring up last week in my event store currency video is I believe that a lot of older items need to be reduced in cost. There needs to be an overhaul of the general event store. And I try to say that in the kindest way I can, because I do truly appreciate all the new items in the event store. they have added in truly good things to the event store. I mean, they have. Like, I'm not trying to be a shill here. Call me a shill if you will. I know plenty of people do. But wrong button. That's choice reward. Truly, I think in the new, these are really good additions, right? Beryllium Spheres for upgrading your NSA is a good addition. Springy Whip is a great addition. Prime Dolomite is a great addition. Vindicator is an amazing addition. That's fantastic. You know, NSEA is fantastic. These are great additions. So I don't want to sound like ungrateful, but there are also things that I brought up that, for example, let's just jump into ship refits. There's a lot of people ask for refits. Well, what if I do want the TOS Enterprise? 360,000 for it? Like, seriously, sir? Ma'am? No, that's ridiculous. Come on, man. This thing's been out like 17 years and nobody's going to go buy that. 360K, that's $180, right? Come on. Like, even if you sold it straight, you're not, come on, chill it out. Like, these are basically just cosmetics. You need 100, that's 380,000 again, or 370. Yeah, it's actually more ridiculous because this is actually cheaper than the rare one we just looked at. This is 375,000 currency. Like, come on, man. Like, really? Seriously? For a skin for a Katinga? Like, it only goes to the Katinga? Like, so, I'm greatly appreciative for the new folder. But I think we also need to start banging the table. These things need to get updated. Like, there's no reason that a Katinga refit should be 375,000. There's no reason that an Enterprise A refit to give you, again, this doesn't improve your gameplay at all. Like, you'll get a 0% improvement in efficiency based on the bonus you get from this. It just looks pretty. Like 380,000, like, or sorry, 360,000. Come on, man. Come on. Lower the cost. Still love that they're there, but the costs need to be updated. They've been the same since they rolled out. Because right now, the main things to get in here are in the new edition. Now, if you haven't gotten the Fleet Commander slot, of course, I'm going to push getting the Fleet Commander spot. I think that is still one of the best values in the game. And you now have two things that were formerly pay only that are now available to everybody, which is good. As we push for more events, because I am doing that, by the way. I'm not like just taking this and being like, oh, yay, I am going to push for more events. Keep in mind that typically the third week always pays out more than the first week if they continue with the MO that has previously been popular. The last week will give you more than the first week in event store currency. So again, I'm expecting 300K. We'll see. There are things that are different. For example, the free track of the Battle Pass and the Elite track are not paying out as much as I would expect. You're getting nothing for the Mission Key event, which great reminder, everybody, to go do your Mission Keys. Normally, the Mission Key SMS and AMS in an event store month would pay out currency. We can actually go back to Q Continuum right here, and you'll see Mission Key Hunter, SMS, and AMS. That was a combined 22,500. Well, that is nothing this time around. That's nothing. So that doesn't, as in, that's not there. The events are still there, but they're not paying out. And you see the free track, last event store was 24,000, the Elite was 32,000. So just between these four things, we've seen a significant reduction in event store payout, but that doesn't mean it can't be made up in other ways. One thing with this one was only having, a little over 50 events, and that was an improvement, but you didn't have a ton of big events. You also had these that, well, not really tracking, but they are there. So this is what all this is for. Put wrong button. Track for y'all to give y'all the numbers. And if I am missing anything, please do let me know. Let me know. But I'm actually going to do my mission key right now. So you're going to see this screen stay up because I don't want to show you all my login information. I don't think y'all will judge me for that. But I got to go log in and do my mission keys. A reminder for everybody out there. Mark says, just became 37. I now have Titan A blueprints in the store. Go after those. Not a PP guy, so not interested in the officer. So Mark, my question for you would be, do you have the extra Fleet Commander spot that can be found in the Fleet Commander's bucket, assuming your account is at least 180 days old? Because if so, that's what I'd point you at first. Now, after that, Mark, I would absolutely start pointing you towards things like specialty ships like the Titan. Now, the Titan you can start doing if you've gotten the rep in your export faction. So you're right there if you wanted to free-to-play grind that. But yeah, I mean, absolutely nothing wrong with using this as an opportunity to speed up your specialty ship acquisition. I would just simply say, hey, make sure you got the Fleet Commander spot already. And I'm doing my other account. So again, not ignoring y'all, just trying to get all my mission keys in. And I'm doing it on my other screen. So, and of course, Scope is making me log in every time. Just remember that I'm here. Please. All right, got it. Cool, done. All right, you already have that? Then yeah, I would say Titan is a good pickup for you, and feel free to go after that. Yeah, Titan's fantastic for Q trials, fantastic for the Krenim armadas or any armadas, fantastic for PvP, PvE. It's just a great ship with good boost, assuming you do all the boost. Of course, it is very, very nice. Very, very nice. So, other comments and questions about event store currency. John says, I don't even see the FC slot on my account. Now, have you already purchased the 4th FC slot? Will be my first question. If your answer to that is no, is your account at least 180 days old? Is your account at least 180 days old? So, apart from the boosting, what does the Titan provide? Well, technically, the Titan provides a few different things. Here, I'll running these armadas real quick. Let me click these buttons. I'm gonna switch my screen. But let's take a look at the Titan refineries. The Titan provides a few different things. For lower levels, which we would say anything below 40 right now is lower level, I would say it's still quite valuable in that regard. Where's my Titan button? Support. Right here. So your Titan will give you Fleet Commander stuff as well as research mats. Now that Fleet Commander stuff can be very important when you're below level 40 trying to rank up your Kirk, your Spock, I mean, whoever you manage to get. I think that's good. I think that's valuable. Is it the most valuable? Not necessarily, but it has really good research. The buff is what makes the Titan amazing. The buff is truly the best part of the Titan, especially max fortification, and that really will significantly, even today, like we talk about power creep, lessening the value of certain things as time goes on. The max fortification ability and even the fortification ability are still extremely powerful and will benefit all players in the game today. So, still absolutely worth using and going after. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little boost right on that. There we go. So, worth getting the SPs through the refinery. Now, that does require you using your ability, and for me, what I actually use my ability on is for punching up in Q trials. But again, that doesn't mean I can't use it in other places. Good stuff. So, Fleet Commander sourcing, as well as a great research tree and an ability that will help you do a significant punch up. I don't know if I have the screenshot handy, but y'all saw in my Discord me showing my Sompek destroying a 15 billion power Q trial. Well, max fortification was part of that. And this silly little thing that can only survive one run because it's a weak. I know it's tier 1 rev. Yeah, just stop complaining. Send it on back, and we'll use it again. I can get this event done. Reseska shards, and more importantly, neutrinos. Now, you can do this without the relativity. I actually prefer to do this without the relativity because I can do significantly better with my FKR ships. But yeah, this one is, I actually do need to mark that one. Hold on. We were just talking about it earlier. This one, you make sure it's marked correctly. The Krenim one is completely FTP. But this one, you need to double check it. Make sure I have it entered in right. Under Krenim. Yes, I have it listed as heroic already. So I did have that listed correctly. Yes. So never mind. I was making sure I did not accidentally say that this one was free to play. This one I do not have listed free to play. This one I do. Not free to play. Free to play. Not free to play. Free to play. Have it listed correctly. Want to double check my work. I always second guess mine. Gary, good to see you. Says I only need rare crystal to go to 57. Go up now or wait a bit and get Sanctus. Any other research not done? Personally, if you're asking my opinion, Gary, I would pick up a 56. Chill out. Get what you need done. That's what I would do. Have you noticed the bug researches and fertility tree yet? I have not personally experienced any bugs. No. However, I have seen things pointed out. Simon says, why are mission keys only in the Scopely store? I know it was promotion originally, but now it's more of a nuisance. Because the same thing, Simon. Yeah, I mean, here, let me put this back on the screen. We'll show you exactly why. Here's why. Because it makes you go to StarTrekFleetCommand.com. That's StarTrekFleetCommand.com. It makes you click the button that says store. Then it makes you click the button over here that says store. And then you have to see packs. That's why. This is why. Like, I'm not saying it's evil or anything, but this is why. It makes you click the store and it makes you see packs. Because then you see this web gift. You can ignore that, but that's why. It makes you see the pack. And that little temptation, you might go, that doesn't work. It works on some people, yes. Yes. It might not work on you. But even if it only works 1% of the time, it works. So that's why. Because it makes you click the store button, it makes you log in, makes you come over here and see packs. You know what? I'm not buying this pack. I'm not buying that pack, but I will take my free mission. And that's just business, right? I don't personally. I have no gripe on stuff like that. If for me to get something free, you make me look at something, cool. I don't honestly care about that. Some people might, and that's completely fine. Some people might, and that's fine. I don't care about that. All right? You make me look at something, cool. I looked at it. Now let me go get my stuff, right? And if everybody's on the different side of that argument, I'm completely cool with that too. I don't care, but that's fine. What was the free code? Year of Hell Part 2, so YOHP2 was the code for this month. This came out to Ops 40 the same day Year of Hell Part 2 came out, and I'm confused on how to build the new building you get once you get 40. Which building? There was no new building this month. Which building are you referring to? So which one are you referring to? Buffcow says, I won't have the 400 directors do that obliterated SMS. I used all of mine on the event 2 days ago, so for me, that one's not free to play. So it would be free to play if you've done all the events that pay out these directives. Again, that's a lot to keep up with, but did math it out. There are free to play directives for these events. Now, if they do this 18 more times this month, sure, we're going to be right there with you. But for events that have been paying out this temporal directive, the events that I've run so far have been 100% free to playable, assuming people are doing those, and then also not just running these whenever they feel like it. Again, I know, don't have to tell me, I already know. Yeah, I get you. But that's what I'm really saying is that's not new. Like, that's been the strategy for years. I mean, they, especially things that you know they're gonna make events on, I want you to hoard them. Did I miss something, or we didn't get the exo comp? That's the new officer they announced in the update. Exo comp to test new. I actually don't know. We did not. No, don't think so. Something to follow up with. Ping me tomorrow morning, like 7 a.m. Pacific time, and I'll bug them about it. Yeah, the mission chain gives 3 starts. Yep. So, yeah, the Exo comp, I don't think so, but again, we'll follow up on that. I didn't expect the mid-month patch to come as early as it did. It shouldn't have. I didn't think it was going to. I thought it was going to be another week from now. So, something to follow up with Monday morning. But I don't have Seska to begin with. I am halfway to Seska. True. I'm only halfway to Seska because of the relativity. I'm actually not even halfway. So, Seska teaser XO is MIA. Thanks, Meme. Meme keeps up with all of these things as well. So, shout out to Meme. All right, I'm going to go ahead and select this. Okay. More Seska shards. All right. Be buying the Forbidden Tech packs. Hey, buy whatever you enjoy, Mr. Original. 26 and just got your Vidar. Stoked to max it. Congrats. And hey, Forbidden Technologies, really pain point down there to get them. So, I mean, yeah, there are a lot of people in terms of like, what can you buy below level 40 that will really set you apart? Having FTs and CTs will definitely do that. So, Paris fan says, do you need one relativity to be able to do the charge and one to be able to do the static? Can one do both? Nope, need one of each. Or if you're talking about Formation Armadas, Bear fan. Did a video on it. Go check the Crenum Armada or Crenum Formation Armada video. I broke down the entire layout. But you do need one of each. Dinwit, we just talked about it, but we can bring it up again. Yeah, we talked about that. See, this one I wanted to wait, y'all, because there's always going to be people coming in later. But yeah, we just went over all that, Dinwit, and I was really encouraging people to raise up a kerfluffle about it. True recommendations for people to really get salty about that and start griping at the overlords. So, yeah, really strongly encourage that. The free-to-play currency for below level 40 is currently 24,000. That's it. Whereas above level 40, it's a little under 90,000. Free-to-play. So, but yeah, we did talk about it a little bit earlier, and maybe we'll recycle around in about 30 minutes. I just don't want to stick entirely on that one, but yeah, absolutely with you. And I've been tracking that. That spreadsheet is right here. If y'all want to look at it for yourselves, definitely painful. Bearsfan said means as an individual, you need to buy 2 to be able to do both buffs yourself. That doesn't make any sense, Bearsfan. Why would you be trying to run Formation Armada solo? You then also need to have the multi-Armada start, and then you still... Why would you do that? No. Why? No. That doesn't make any sense. What's the best way to raise a kerfluffle? Several ways. Number one, my streams, believe it or not, comments, likes, when they see videos that are frustrating pop off, they notice. Because Scopely watches my stuff. Not everybody at Scopely likes my content, but that doesn't mean they don't pay attention to it. Also, the official Discord is big. If you have VIPs in your alliance, as in really big spenders, that means they have VIP community managers. Bugging those people. So bugging regular community managers, having your VIPs bug VIP community managers. Basically, talking about it and spreading around as much as possible. That includes content creators, because there's other great content creators besides myself. There are Discords, there are Facebook pages, there are official Facebook pages. All of these places will be seen, and the more people raise a kerfluffle, the more likely you are to induce change. Laromi, thank you so much for being a member here on the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Just as a reminder, since Laromi did that, if you go to our website, revduce.com, for everybody who is a member there, you can be part of our movie night. We watch stuff together. And I do want you to be part of that. Head over to revduce.com and sign up. Can you go over the whip and why not to tier it over tier 8? Well, I did in yesterday's video, Lazy. Was it yesterday's video I did the event store video? No, that would have been like Friday. So watch that if you haven't already. The short answer, though, is past tier 8, the loot table changes, and you have less options for proto matter and bells, more options for rare and epic fragments, and that might not be valuable to you as a player. Now, real quick, just to say, when the whip first came out, that made sense. It did. Like when the whip first came out, the rare and epic fragments were worth more than proto matter when it first came out. Now, 2 years later, that's not the case any longer. So, a little bit different, right? A little bit different now. That's why we don't recommend tiering it past tier 8, because you will have more pulls of things that you don't typically need, even though I do encourage you to get the epic and rare FTs that are available in that one. But people are also typically going to want to have the other stuff, right? They want to have the proto matter just in case they're doing alliance tournaments and they can get that big pull of proto matter. They want more taco bells for the same reason, to run more bells to get more of those Q trials to earn proto matter for those. I mean, like for me, I'm currently sitting at 10,400 taco bells, and the Q trials, you know, yes, I'll run them, but I need those to do that event free to play for when I want to earn 55,000 proto matter. So not tiering it past tier 8 just makes it more likely you'll get those, right? I'm not saying it makes it impossible, but I did put up the spreadsheet showing you all the drops of what's available. It just makes it less likely that you're going to get that, more likely you're going to get rares and epics. And again, in Scopely's defense, that made sense. Like that made more sense at the time, right? The rares and epics were more valuable from like a sales standpoint than the proto matter. It's just not the case anymore. Yes, I'm using the exos as well, because just in case our relativity breaks for some reason, I just like to have both. I'm not telling you have to use both, but there's going to be somebody in the comments, Rev, why are you using the relativity and the exos? Because I've got an abundance of them, and I've learned to be better safe than sorry around these parts. No, they're not going to stack. No, I don't need both. You just let me be anal retentive and let me do my things, okay? Just do as I say, not as I do. Is what I'm telling you, right? Now, if you also struggle with that, you do whatever you got to do, baby, and I understand it. Just don't feel like you have to. I'm just doing it because I have problems and I have trust issues. That's what I'm saying. All right, quality of life change. I think it's time to do a language pass on officers to make it clear what they work on. That's something they're supposedly working on already, Primo. Supposedly. So agreed and thumbs up. Tom Peck, what are you doing? Son, where are you going? It's not actually over there, y'all, but it's getting on my nerves. Tom Peck wants none of that charged armada up here. It's in the armada, but it's doing it very ADD way. Slag, great to see you, my friend. Sorry for asking you to repeat, but just joining, how many relatives have they sold? About 11,000, Slag. Now, here's the kicker, though. The main difference we're noticing, again, this is me just giving you, I don't want to call it theory crafting, but I don't have numbers to back this up as we've not done full event tracking for this. But what I'm noticing talking to a lot of G6 players is most people don't know this. And I'm not trying to like say anything negative about VIPs, but VIPs don't typically just buy the ship, right? Slag's here. Slag can speak up to this, right? VIPs do not typically buy the ships. They buy the ships and the upgrade packs, right? So they buy the ship and then they know Scopely made this crap for me because I'm level 66. They made this to start level 42. They then know that I need to take that to level, whatever for it to be useful for me, right? They know this. Well, with that in mind, we've been looking how many people are actually buying the upgrade packs after they buy the ship. Even though 11,000 ships have been sold, which is a solid number, it's not a great number, it's a solid number. We're not seeing those G6 players then go and tier it up. So you're not getting that extra $300-$400 per player. What you're getting is, for the most part, you're getting the buy and then maybe another pack. So overall, I would say the Relativity is earning a lot less than, say, the Revenant or even the Vindicator, maybe, but it still had really good initial sales. I would just say good initial sales, within 10% variance of other ships in the past year. But we're not seeing what you can call it anecdotal because I don't have empirical evidence to present to you. But from every G6 I'm talking to, I'm not running into people who are just rushing to tier this thing up and max it out and take advantage of, rep bonuses. Now, Slag says he's got it at 7 out of 15. Keep in mind, Slag, very high level. Even tier 7 is like, why didn't you take it higher, Slag? Because that's tier 7, we'll be putting it in like a level 53 player range. So that's what we're seeing from a lot of people. But again, that's just me theory crafting with y'all because I don't have numbers of actual sales of upgrade packs. But the ship itself sold quite a few. All right, let me check where I am on this event so I don't waste too many of these directives real quick. And okay, done with that one, but I still need to finish this. So I think one more will finish that. Yeah, one more. So I need to do one more to finish this heroic. No, this does not count to the free-to-play numbers, but one more to finish this heroic. And I need one. Oh, that's anti-static. I need this one, anti-charge. Yeah. Numbers confuse me. Symbols. All right, here we go. Get her launched. There we go. Tier 7 because the price to value of pack, relatively speaking, just wasn't there. That's completely fair, Slack. I think that's a good way to explain it, especially for those who would not normally make that purchase. And again, that's kind of what I have also seen from others, is like just the value, even from the pack itself, was not worth getting it for the sake of getting the pack, even if you didn't really want the upgrade materials. So I'll be curious to see what like the Scopely's reaction is. Now, obviously, for those that missed it, this weekend, they just did a buff to the Relativity and made it better. So I think clearly Scopely sees that people don't like it that much and aren't investing a lot into it. I don't know if that's going to change, but for everybody else, it is worth free to play. Absolutely. I love that it has a day one free to play path. It is worth free to play. So don't like ignore it completely. If you're actually, I would actually argue it's more important for a free to play player than it is for a spinner to get the Relativity. Just take your time and do it that way. Would be my recommendation. JG says they bought the ship. I never buy a pack to upgrade it. I already spent enough on the ship as is. Completely fair. Bacon says it's a pretty ship. You know what? Well, it is. I will agree with that. It is a beautiful ship. I don't need to be dramatic because it's who I am. The value of the ship at higher tier versus lower tier just isn't great. We could put a big ship next to a tier 1 Relativity and not have to spend to tier up the Relativity. Hey, forgotten. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I see what you mean. Right there. You see it? I see what you mean. Right there. I see it. I see. So, oh, son of a biscuit eater. Communism. I'm not even. Nah, you lint liquor. Yep. There should be music playing. Oh, I don't know why the music turned off. I apologize. I don't know why it turned off. Thank you. No, it's buffed. The sound pack will usually handle this by itself. Sound pack usually doesn't need help. Sound pack does not. Sometimes the RNG just don't go my way. So, anyway, that's just how it goes. Yep, that's just how it goes. Yep, there we go. Now, why are you not prop? Oh, I didn't use the. I didn't use the relativity. But I didn't get to. Well, the good news is y'all get to see me be stupid so that y'all aren't stupid when you go and do it. So yeah, when there's a heroic event that says to use the ship, make sure you're using the ship. So don't be like Rev. Don't waste directives that you can't afford to waste. Be smarter than Rev. Can you do that, chat? Can chat do that, please? Chat, be smarter than Rev. Rev just wasted 2 entire directives and is actually going to have to spend a third. No, just don't be like Rev, okay? Be smarter than Rev. If y'all would be so kind, if you're out there, be smarter than Rev. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciate y'all being smarter than Rev. This is an STFC noob stream, Viper. Absolutely. I can't fake it off. I can't pretend. Nope. Today is an STFC noob stream. Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh boy. Thank you for sacrifice. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. What a time. What a time to be an idiot. Well, thankfully, some of y'all who are regulars here are used to that content. So just enjoy the streamer moment and have a laugh. More or less, I'm just doing salvaging for half-finished Chronom solos. Okay. Well, I mean, that's definitely a valid tactic, and I appreciate everybody who's out there who just leaves Chronoms around for me to pop. I do appreciate that. So I truly do. All right, get all those pulls. I think I got pulls for later I got to do. I'll go ahead and pull these. Why not? Whatever. Oh, that's what happens when you're thinking about some football event going on. It's not even going on, dude. It's 1 o'clock. Football's not till later. The commercial bowl is not until later. Yeah, I'm with Caleb. I don't even know where my D20 is. Oh, here it is. I've got my Klingon D20. I clearly rolled a 1. And see, I just rolled a 15. So now apparently I'm good. Now it's going to be fine. I just rolled a 15, so we're good now. But previously, I was really bad. Yeah, thank you. I just got my Monavine. It is already more powerful than my Maxed Augur. Can it be used like a regular FKR, or should I expect it to be a little less powerful? It depends on what level you are. Yes, the Monavine can be a great everyday ship. Keep in mind, though, there are drawbacks to the Monavine. For example, Monavine will not get any of your researches that are, say, faction specific, which means if you want to use it for rep grinding, which you can, it's not going to be as effective. However, the Monavine is a good ship, and it is something that you can use in everyday use in low 40s. Now, depending on where you get to, yeah, it is going to start getting outclassed. Like a Pylum is going to be better than a Monavine. But that doesn't mean the Monavine can't be a great secondary or tertiary ship in your rotation. And I would actually encourage you to do that. So, yeah. Absolutely. Level 41, tier 2, yeah. So, I mean, take advantage of it. Now, it's not going to stay your best ship forever. That's what I'm saying. Not going to be the best forever. All right, let me do all these pulls since I'm already here. Let me go ahead and get the dead brain out the way. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And I don't have the rep for those, but I will go ahead and grab one of those researches. Since I just did the pull, might as well do the researches. Quick speed up button, always great. We'll go here and we will Starship roll all the way to the very end now. Why do these have borders? All right, increase the shield mitigation against formation armadas, which is nice, but I'm not doing formation armadas right now. Nope, nope, that's fine. Oh, loot. That's also, that's for the entities as well. I can take a little bit of a loot bonus. Yeah. What we got here? You know what? We'll do that one too. Now, I got the research juice. Let's use the research juice. Oh, that's the bug. Which one? Blitz. Which one? The fact that the research timer is so low? Yeah, I don't think that's a bug. This, I don't think that's a bug. Could be. I don't honestly think that's a bug, but maybe it is. Go ahead and do it now. Just in case. Do it now. Yeah, I don't think it is, because I don't remember this when we had our dev meetings. I don't remember those being listed as crimes in our dev meetings. Could be wrong. Relativity, formation armadas, and formation armadas. All right, so we'll just do these. Yeah. Seems too cheaply. It does. I understand where you're coming from there. Not even saying necessarily wrong. I'm saying in our meeting, I don't remember those being listed as primes. So maybe they're just being nice. Yeah, not a bug. I didn't think so, Primo. Those are the special research they put in to buff the relativity. Yeah. So not a bug. Didn't think so. They are supposed to be there. Enjoy your freebie. Also, one quick second, y'all. I gotta tell my kid to get the blind. Anybody have a daughter? It wasn't my son, by the way. But you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Real quick, little Rev has a real life for y'all. My daughter, I just walked out. Anybody else got a daughter? Raise your hand if you got a daughter in the chat. You know what she said? Not, oh, hey, Dad, how's work going? Or, hey, Dad, I love you. You know what she asked? First thing. Hey, Dad, can you buy me flowers for Valentine's? So, yep. Daddy, I want flowers and your money. Anybody else have a daughter and can relate? Let me know. Comment section down below. Now, will I be doing this? Absolutely. Absolutely. I will. However, those little... Oh, I turned 5. All right, let me get this repair in, and we'll come back and do this Armada correctly this time. And since I just did the upgrades, let's do an upgrade. Let's do... I mean, the warp engine's honestly needed. Absolutely needed. But we'll do impulse and... I don't have enough. Ah, heck, I'm gonna do all of it. All right, let's go ahead and get this back out there and actually do a formation Armada this time correctly. Be great. You have a daughter and a wife like that? You know, I probably should get flowers for both of them, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? Yeah. Well, if anyone wants to donate to the family, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, links are in the chat. Never required, greatly appreciated. Oh, I'm glad I don't have nothing but daughters, though. I'm glad. Let's see what else we got in here. Can I do any of these? Yes. Go ahead and do that. That in. Getting all these bonuses. Repair efficiency? Sure. Go ahead and do that research. Remember, I told y'all this last stream. One thing I recommend is trying to do at least 5 researches a day to make sure you don't fall behind. Everybody hopefully is doing enough, you know, say, I don't know why words are escaping me now, but are doing enough away teams to be able to have the Latinum to afford that stuff. Get those researches spent. There's so many researches. Speed them up. All right, Explorer. I'm going to do that one because Enterprise D coming soon. Maybe. Maybe. All right. NSEA versus Vindicator. So far, chat votes 2-0 for NSEA. So what are we debating on? Are you wanting to spend money or spend event store currency? Which one are you wanting to do? Are you wanting to spend real life money or event store currency? Because I have a different answer for whichever you're asking. It just depends on which one you're asking. Event store currency, Vindicator, and it's not even close. Not even close. Vindicator and not even close. Money, NSEA, and not even close. Not even close. You want the logic? I'm more than happy to spell it out. From the event store, Vindicator, and it's not even a close discussion for me. So, what about waiting for incursions and doing 150 researches that one day? Sure, it didn't win. If you want to be super efficient like that, cool. I think, here's my methodology. You can do stuff like that. If you know that you can win those events, sure. Here's my thing. I tend to find it's better and your account grows faster if you don't wait that long period of time. Because the advantages you'll get in that 30 days between each incursions will typically be more valuable. However, I get where you're coming from, and I can see the logic of what you're saying. Personally, though, I would rather get my advantages now. That's just me. Will they ever release negative stats for incursions? Not that I'm aware of. Nope. Nope. I mean, Scopely won't. STFC statistics? Maybe, but Scopely, no. They're not going to. Because they don't want people to get shamed. Well, I think that's a fair, desire. Not wanting people to get shamed. So, What is your number one recommendation for away team for Latinum? I got a good away team crit team, but not Latinum. So, Jonathan, I actually have a video going over all 12 away team missions that pay out Latinum. My recommendation is to go after all of them. Now, some are 40%, some are 100% crit chance. So, obviously, you want to focus on the 100% crit chances, not the 40% ones. So, the 100% one would be like the Rainbow mission, which is going to be Eurydice, and a couple of other officers. I mean, one of the Rainbow missions, 24-hour mission, but you can 100% it. Then you have stuff like Scientific Breakthrough that is a 40% chance, if I remember right. I'll double check that real quick. And there we go. Yeah, 40%, but still, it's only 12 hours. If you're running these, hey, even if you only get one out every 3 times, right? More is more. So, strongly recommend picking those up. Do I have Patriotic laying around besides? I don't think I do. I'll steal you for a second, so we can get 91% on this one. I don't necessarily need those anymore, but hey, maybe Scopely will acquiesce to my request, which is putting G5 ships in the away team store right when I'm about to go G6. But I hope it happens. I'm saving for that. Mother! What in the RNG is going on around here? How can you do it fine one time and not another? Q30 round lint liquor. I will go ahead and tell y'all, I'm not running my optimal crew that I did in the video. I'm running a I'm lazy crew. This is partially my fault, but I don't want to take blame. I want to blame the game. If I was running perfect crews, I'd be fine. But I'm not doing that. I'm being lazy. This is my fault. But hey, yep, y'all are getting the amazing rev stream. Now, if y'all watch my video and use the correct crews, you won't probably be doing what Rev's doing. But yeah, yep, So much for that 15 roll. That was a 6. That seems a little bit more accurate. There are no player mistakes, there are only bugs. Amen, Slag. See, I'm glad somebody's on the streamer side. Thank you. Thank you very much for being on my side. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, remember, do as I say, not as I do. I should watch my own videos. Watch my own videos. What I should have just done is stick to static, because the Sompek can solo the statics in 50 rounds. Because the charge are limited to 30 rounds. If I want to be lazy, I should have just done the static. So, they toned down Field Marshal Q lower ability. Nope. No change. No change. Been away too long if you didn't put my sarcasm. I didn't. But you have been away too long, Slag, and your fault. Your fault. Nobody else's. Yours. All right. Hurry up and go down. Thank you. All right, now, after spinning way more directives than I needed to, heroic's done. Yeah, great. How do you unlock Epic Commander credits to Borg Refinery? Be level 51 and above. There's a G5 lock on that. Or get the Vindicator. So again, like, the Vindicator can give you epic stuff for your fleet commanders prior to level 51. So, Vindicator. Like, I understand that the Vindicator by itself, unless you're a G6 player, is not good. It's good for G6 solos. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's useful. It has a use later on. But Fleet Commander Lorca is currently the most powerful tool a free-to-play player has at their disposal. There is nothing in terms of one item stronger than Fleet Commander Lorca in the game if you're a free-to-play. Now, there is something that I could say is stronger than Fleet Commander Lorca for a paid player. That's going to be a high G6 player. A maxed out Quantum Slipstream, I would say maxed out Quantum Slipstream is more valuable than Lorca. But anyway, that's really splitting hairs because there's only a few thousand people can even do that. Fleet Commander Lorca is the most powerful thing for 99.9% of the player base. Vindicator not only lets you access that free to play, but also gives you the materials needed to upgrade him every day. So, Vindicator must have, so that you can get the most powerful fleet commander with an amazing buff. This is a tier 1 buff in the game. It's the most powerful tool a free to play has at their disposal. So, would you get more than one Nova at 52? I think you can. I got one, but keep in mind that I'm not much of a miner. If you're trying to be as efficient as possible, yes, more than one is more better. If you're trying to be as efficient as possible, more than one is more better. So I would recommend that if you're one of those people. Grouchy Jedi, great to see you, my friend. How are you? There's no good STFC players, only bigger wallets. Wow. What a salty little free-to-play you are. Spicy. I see how you are looking down on those people with more than you. See you. Brackets change at 50 or 51? 51, Jesus. Now, there are times where they can be 50, but generally speaking, 51. Not all leaderboards are built the same. I know it's confusing, but didn't want confusing. Why did you start playing Star Trek Fleet Command? Not the game simple-minded, nor for those who just want to be here. You better get to work. We need more mining officers. Leonard, hey, take your mouth. You're doing this. This is what I want you to do. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, I enjoy how much time the free-to-play spend thinking about spinners, considering we don't think of you at all. Wow, Slag. Shots fired. Thank you both for being here, by the way. Y'all are both appreciated. Yeah, y'all both appreciated. How about you both join me in my crusade to get more event store currency loot paid out? Can we agree on that? Can we all agree there? Can the VIPs and the free-to-play come together to pitchfork and torch for more event store currency? Can we unify on this topic at least? Thank you. Instead of slapping each other with fish. I have an unrelated question regarding rep. If I stay at Op 63 and I keep increasing rep, does the level of the ship still climb? Question reverse. Talking about the relativity. Can you please release more bad cruise shame videos? Yes, I will. I've actually been having more and more people ask for this. It has been months since we've done one. So yes, we will have one coming out. For questions regarding relativity, let me pull up charts here in... Uh-oh, these charts are not filled out. Quasel! Why are the charts not filled out? You've had an entire week. Quasel! Why are these charts not filled out? How dare you? Poor Quasel. Y'all do have information in regards to the relativity. There's still a lot of yellow boxes here. A lot of yellow boxes here. We need more data. We need more data. All right. Anyway, I'll let somebody clarify the question. Provide instructions on how to join the event store currency crusade. Sure. Like, comment on Rev's videos. Screaming, Scopely, more currency. Something like that. Make it more eloquent. I don't know. Then, after that, give you next step. Facebook. They have an official page. Every time they make stuff, comment on it. And comment more event store currency. Discord. The official Discord is a place where 100,000 people congregate to complain all at one time. Feedback channels there. General channels there. Ping your favorite community manager. If you're a VIP community manager, ping that one. If you're a regular player, ping your favorite community manager that works for us, which is SimPoly and Obsidian Hamster. They're going to love that I'm telling y'all to go message them directly. But that's it, being honest. For Scopely to truly know what frustrates players and what they need, the player base needs to stand up. And right now, the biggest issue affecting the player base as a whole, the event store currency is not paying out, but most of us would agree is a decent amount. Now, if you're above level 40, it is okay. Not amazing, but it's okay. But if you're below level 40, which is 100,000 plus of y'all are actually getting screwed. You're getting, I don't want to use more offensive terminology than that. Let's just put it that you deserve more. So I'm not saying yell at them. Don't curse them out. Don't be impolite. But simply be straightforward, honest, and tell your experience as a player that they are not helping you enough. And be very clear. I am not telling you to go out and just start shouting expletives and telling them how terrible they are and everybody's quitting the game en masse, because we both know that's not true. Every time I make a video, there's one person who comments, This is why the game is dying and it's losing players in droves. Fun fact, everybody, there's more players today than there was May of last year. So you're not losing players in droves. Don't be that guy. Be the one who just is straightforward, trying to get their opinion heard. And the key is, if thousands of y'all all come forth with the same opinion and you blast them with it, we can get change. Again, I say this all the time. The only reason my platform works is because y'all are here, right? The fact that 52,000 Star Trek Fleet Command players are here on this channel subscribed is the only reason. I am not special. I am a ginger with a microphone and a camera. That's all I am. Now, do I spend a lot of time playing video games and trying to entertain y'all? Of course I do. But I'm not special. I'm one of you. And the only way I can have a voice is if y'all give the voice. So go out, make things happen, make things known, and let them know you want them to be better. So Burnt Chef says under 40 gets railroaded. They are right now. I mean, there's no other way to put this. If you've got 24,000 loot after 6 days, you're on pace to get not a single good item. You're going on pace to get like 6 rare officer cards. Like nothing. Nothing. Not even on page to get a catch up on the specialty shit. Just not right. So Slag provides a great point. I want to repeat it. Secret to communicating with Scopely. Share facts about your opinion. Tell them what you want to do or accomplish. And also recognize the first level support can't do squat. This is a big one. Remember, the community manager you talk to, the customer support person you talk to, the triple bot does not have the power to make a decision. So cussing them out will get you nowhere. If anything, all it's going to do is make it to where you aren't heard and your opinion gets put in the trash pile. Okay? So be respectful, but be accurate. And again, this is one of the reasons that we as content creators love doing this. Like Quasel, he lives in his mother's basement. He's constantly eating Doritos, drinking Mountain Dew, and making spreadsheets. Why? So that you, the players, can have information like this. Quasel's the one who's been inputting all the data here. I've been putting in the data here. Jules has been making all the data for all these for years. This is why we do it, so that y'all can have what you need to argue against the overlords and say, hey, not only am I saying it's low event store currency, I'm level 36 and I've literally only got 24,000. So all of us working together can get the change we need. So that's how you do it. Jonathan says, I love coming to your stream on Sunday. First time I've ever tuned in to a gamer streamer. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm glad I could be here for you. I appreciate it. Very kind of you to say. But truly, the more of y'all that speak up, right? It is important for people like me to use the platform to argue for the things that we want. But unless people join in with it, it's not going to go anywhere. And that's just the truth of it. Because again, I promise you, Rev ain't special. I appreciate your kind words, Jonathan, but I am not unique in that Rev says something and Scopely bows down and, oh God, the YouTuber said something, fix it before he gets us. They're not scared of me at all. But are they scared of thousands and thousands of players coming together? Yes. That's why I'm big on the surveys. Those curious, we're looking at changing the survey format into a after each arc survey instead of every month. Personally, I feel like a lot of y'all had survey fatigue, right? And that's fine. So now we're going to grade entire arcs. That's how we're going to do it from right now with some slight changes, trying to make this easier for everybody. But that's the current plan. Dare to say the support folks actually like me, even though I'm submitting tickets 2 or 3 times a day. Nice, Slack. I like you a little bit too. I do. Oh, if all you to the gates of hell, Admiral Rev. Wow, that's very kind of you, Mr. Original Thought. Hopefully you and I will not go to the gates of hell together. I would rather go to the pearly gates of heaven, because I don't want to get burned. Even though I'm ginger, I don't like fire. It's a personal opinion. All right. So again, all the little extra shenanigans I'm throwing in here. The core of this is your voice matters, and when all of you are saying the same thing, you're all unifying, come together and tell Scopely how to make things better. That's how the change happens. So do that with me. That's all I'm asking. Mr. YouTube, good to see you. Welcome in. All right, so we still got a few minutes on the stream. We're not ending or anything. We still got time. Other comments, other questions, hit us with them. Let's do this. What other things do you want to know about the game? Maybe you missed some of the stuff that we were just talking about. Maybe you came in 3 seconds ago. Hit me with your questions. I'm here for them. I'm ready. I'm excited. And please don't let me forget to do my polls later, everybody. Please don't let me forget to do my polls. Like I always forget to. You know what Scopely needs? It's just a random Rev want. can I have a button that just makes all my timers the same? Like, I'm so sick of me putting my timers on different places. Erwin, thank you so much for donating to the channel. Appreciate y'all. Here's the donate links. You don't have to do it, but for those that don't know, this is what I do. So every penny you donate, every dollar matters. There's PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. And I'm going to tell you right now, anything y'all donate today is going to go for me. I don't want them to hear. It's going to go to me buying flowers and stuff for the wife and the daughter on Valentine's Day. So thank y'all. If anybody donates today, it's greatly appreciated. That's going to go to them. Thank you very, very much. Just like, I don't know. False. I don't know. Here's something. All right. Do you think there's any point in trying to take down silent hostiles in the early 40s if you don't have flocks or trip? Yes. You could use the Severus crew. I don't know what all you have, though. Big question. Do I think it's worth going after? Yes. And there are other ways to make yourself stronger, like boosting your ships. You know, Cerritos, Titan, Lorca. Again, if you get Lorca. So is it worth going after? Absolutely. And reason being is I don't think it's content you should skip, because I think it's just simply a goal to set for yourself to get stronger, to start beating those hostiles. Because if you pass it, all you're going to do is run into something else that's also hard. Let me give you an example, William. In the low 40s, you're not really worried about Krenom Armadas right now. However, stuff like that becomes important. Well, if you're struggling against Silence, you're probably going to struggle against Krenom. And you're probably going to struggle against Chaos and Q Trial stuff, or not Q Trial, Q Continuum stuff. So it just set it as a goal and start working towards it, right? Severus crew plus Janeway plus Kirk for Silent is what Felix is shouting out. I'm assuming he's doing that on an Enterprise. There are a couple different things that you can run, and my Discord is more than happy to try to help with that as well. See, all my stuff is all over the place. Yeah, all over the place. But yeah, things and things. Things and things. I'm going to speed this up real quick. For those who are curious, when I was saying I wasn't running the right crew, I was running a lazy loot crew with a little bit of Gwen. Now I'm about to go do my cube stuff. I'm just going to reuse a regular hostile crew. Chainways on ship B. Don't even care. Fly. 5 of 11. We're going to do that. Yep. Bathe it in mustard. That's what we're doing. Bathe it in mustard. I kind of need Nurse Chapel. Don't even need Nurse Chapel for what I'm about to do. We'll get my cube done while we talk. Don't forget, today is also Anomalous Phenomenon Day. Do your Anom Phenom. Have not already. Do your Anom Phenom. This is where I'm at. I think this. All right. What you need to do is just do pulls at one time and then wait 24 hours. Yeah, I try that. And then here's the thing, Primo. I have so many different streams and stuff that it all gets confuzzled. And I think the thing is, most people probably are like me. For whatever reason, they cannot consistently always guarantee they're on at the same time every day. Now, I appreciate that you can, Primo. Like, you're dedicated to this game. Scopely loves you because you're always here. Your eyeballs never leave. And that's fantastic. But I think there are more people who are like me who just cannot consistently do everything the same time every day. And those are the people that I'm advocating for. Give me the ability to even out my timers. Give me that heckin' ability. Please. And thank you. Give me the ability to even out my timers. All I need. Even those bad boys out. All right. We're lucky if your streams are on time. Thank you, Viper. Yep. Who needs enemies with friends like you? Oh, you are so nice. Most games just say, hey, one a day and timer resets. Yeah. Okay, I'm hitting too fast now. Slow down, Cube. I need to beam things. Slow down, Cube. Kobe just needs to make all the timers reset when the game resets. That's what I would prefer, honestly. Truthfully, I wish every refinery, every faction, every event all reset the same time, which is how most of my games work, by the way. Like, you know, it's going to reset by this time every day. Get your stuff in. I would prefer that method. So, anyway, Rev's rant. I've done like 8 of them today, it feels like. Rev's rants. All right. Anorax video inbound. When I can when I can test Anorax for myself, yes. I do not have Anorax, and while I do believe I know how he works, I always like to confirm it by testing it. Now, if you are a VIP out there, as in you're a G6 player who will be getting Anorax, or if you're anybody who's going to get Anorax, and you want to help with our testing that will help me make the video sooner, please hit up myself, Quasel, etc. But I only try to make things that I've tested myself, whether it's with a G6 account, whether it's with my accounts, whatever, because I don't want to give y'all bad information, which means sometimes I put out stuff later after I've been able to verify it. Sometimes I have to verify that myself. Sometimes y'all can help me verify it by coming together with me and running tests that I need you to run. And then I take that data, confirm, and then run with it. So, if you're willing to help, I will not be getting Anorax. None of my accounts are going to get Anorax. My lower level account is actually the closest to getting Anorax, but it's going to finish in like top 3. So I'm not going to get Anorax this time around. If anybody out there is going to get Anorax, let me know. I would appreciate your help. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. So, yeah, I've already gone big when I went to 56. Like, I blew a lot of mats and stuff then. So I just simply don't have the ability to do it again. Not this soon. You know, like a lot of y'all, I have to prep to do really, really big mat spins like that. And I'm not currently prepped for that. So this is not an officer I can just go after. And for anybody curious, because I know this gets brought up a lot, do content creators get the officer? Content creators get rares. I do not get the epics. Now, I know DJ has at times asked for the epics, and sometimes they've given them to him. I personally never do that. Not that I'm saying DJ is wrong for that. I'm not saying that in the least. I just don't do that. My special form of masochism is I always want to experience the same grinds as much as possible that y'all experience. So that means, like the average player, I don't get the epics. If anything, this account is more than the average player because it gets the rares. Now, none of my other accounts generally get the rares. This one does. So that is just a personal stupid masochism that some people might think is dumb. Some people might appreciate. I just personally don't do that. So that means I rely on epic testing for y'all. Right? Razor says DJ went to 66 yesterday to unlock Anorax. There you go. So he didn't ask for it this time around. He's going for it. Cool. I think that's great. Either way, it's just for me, that's just not what I do. Doesn't make it right or wrong. But that's why I'm not going to have an Anorax video for y'all tomorrow. But maybe I'll have a bad crew video since y'all won't stop asking. And whether you like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, got arenas tomorrow too. So might as well. Might as well. Just got Anorax. What does testing entail? Smashing things and sharing combat logs? So specifically, some of the things that we're looking at, Slag, is verifying his ability works as described and if it works outside of described. For example, will you get more Sigma speed ups in your box? All right? Those that don't know how Anorax works, go ahead and pull him up real quick. He's a very interesting loot ability. Different than any other loot ability currently in the game. So, increases select rewards from hostile G3 through G6 chest, parts and refined materials, FKR messages, credits, erosions, etc. Now, I want to test that this works and see if there's anything outside of this that works. Because I bet there are things outside of this that it works. That's what I want to test. I'll test it for myself and give you all the results. I have no problem. I already know that works. But I want to test this. So, hit me up. Hit me up. No offense to DJ, don't give a lick what DJ tested. Not that I'm speaking bad about DJ. Doesn't mean anything to me. DJ's DJ. Again, what I said, I'm going to test for myself. Again, that is not a shot at DJ. Somebody's going to start drama. I don't care what DJ tested. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to test it. Test and verify. What I'm going to do. He could do that. Cool. Doesn't affect me at all. I'm going to test it with y'all for those who want to help me out, and then we'll do my stuff. So, and the only reason I say that, because I believe everybody should be that way. If you trust all that, good. We're simply saying anybody who dishes out information could personally test what they're saying. Because the problem is, it's like the game y'all played in high school, telephone. One person says something and it passes to the next person. And unless you're actually doing it for yourself, eventually that's going to break down and the information that gets disseminated is wrong. So anybody who is doing what I'm doing, I think should test it for themselves and then make an opinion. That's all I'm saying. So I'll test it and make my video. Kayla says, I usually will do my daily claims or refines while eating breakfast. It's simple to do and doesn't take much time. That's completely logical. Makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, Primo, can you tell that I worked in IT for a long time? Can you tell I worked in IT? Yeah, it might work that way. But let me make sure it works that way. So, and just to be very clear, I love the DJ's testing. I think that's great, right? I think it's fantastic. But what should happen, like good science, is DJ test, I test, we compare and make sure they line up. Not DJ test and then Rev, who could test something else and then just takes DJ's word for it. So good science is multiple people coming to the same conclusion, proving the theory. All right. Great to see you as well, Battle. Good to see you. His name was Robert Paulson. Question mark? Okay. Due to all the new / old loops we need to do you have a cheat sheet on things you need to do each day, i.e. Monday, Mighty Mirror? Oh, we do, Sheldon. Actually, Quazel, do you have Tarpy's sheet handy of the everyday events? Could you forward that to me real quick? Because I don't have that saved on my browser, and I'll put that on the screen. Yes, the new weekly system is a great way to structure how you do a lot of your loops. And not all of your loops, but it is a great way to structure a lot of your loops because a lot of these loops, especially the new ones, now have a weekly event. Red Wing fan for over 20 years. Oh, nice. Them beating the tar out the Avalanche, both literally and metaphorically, turned me into a hockey fan. That's how I am today. That's how I am today. That's how I became a hockey fan. Okay. Here we go. Hold on, looking at the spreadsheet. Quazel just sent. Thank you, Quazel. There was also another one that was just, hey, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is also the dailies, but that's cool too. I'm gonna put this on the screen for y'all. This is another super helpful tool. This is another super helpful spreadsheet. Yes, you can find this spreadsheet in the Discord, but I knew I had it. I just didn't have it saved for quick access. Here you go. So what you'll see is the weeklies all stay the same. So they're on a 7-day schedule. And then you have the dailies that you can rotate in. But this is super handy to have. I'm trying to see. Oh my. Maybe if I put it over here, the way I'm looking at it. All right, here we go. All right, so as you can see, Ferengi Monday, Tech Tuesday, Weapon Thursday, Weapon Wednesday, Cube Thursday, Voyager Friday, Cosmic Cleanup on Saturday, NSEA Sunday. So here are all your things. Now you can do things on different days. I mean, I'm currently doing the Cube because I want to be able to do my pulls because I will be gearing up. But here you go. This is the everything that is like big new thing that you need to be doing, like NSEA. Might as well do it on Sunday because that's the day for it. Voyager, still working on your Voyager? Might as well do it on Friday. That's the day for it. Now, if you're like me and have completed the Voyager, replace the Voyager with something else. Maybe it's Crenum. Maybe it's doing your Revenant. But this is a great way to go day by day of what you want to work on. Don't do Ferengi Mondays and mining Latinum. Okay, maybe you're doing PvP arenas. But this is a great basic schedule, and if you want to be uber efficient, you're also looking at the artifacts and the fleet commanders and doing your upgrades there. This is a great little handy chart. Again, in the Discord for those who want it, need it, etc. Heck yeah. We like charts. Charts are good. Charts are good. What was that title in the Discord? This is the Daily Minis 2024, which technically should be now 2025, but I think somebody just named it wrong. However, Quazel, if you want to just go ahead and pop it in the STFC general channel for me real quick, it is in the volunteer charts channel somewhere. We just post it in the general channel and I'll pin it. Yeah, Quazel apparently thinks it's the wrong year. I have editing access on this, so I guess I can. But anyway, this also gives you the how to do ahead of the curve for those who have never paid attention to ahead of the curve. This lists what the events pay out, how to do them, etc. This also is the calculator. I actually did a video on this already, but regardless, hey, what's up? Server 17, good to see you, Stella, good to see you. Regardless, for those who want to do ahead of the curve, for those who want to keep up with all their events, this is the handy dandy spreadsheet. Quays will be putting it in the general channel, and then I can pin it, and I'll also repost it in the volunteer charts channel for those who haven't seen it before. Thank you, Quazel, for all your help. It's greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Woo, yay. Hopefully that answered the question. Hopefully. Hopefully. Answered the question. All right. When are they changing the officers for ahead of the curve? So what game design said was that they are going to look at doing that change every quarter. They did not say that it's guaranteed, but that is what they're looking at. So you're basically going to have it run for 4 months, and then they'll change the officers, run those for another few months, change the officers. And they talked, it was actually Lighthawks, it wasn't game design, it was Live Ops, was talking about this back in December, and was theorizing some officers that could be added, but would not guarantee which ones, but did say that the plan is to rotate the officers that are presented about every 3 to 4 months. So you're coming up close to when they're going to shift that around. Not this month, obviously, but possibly here with the next arc. We'll see. We'll see. Pretty much says I've done a lot better once I learned that the SP pulls in the refinery count towards the event. Everything helps out. Good little tidbit there. Just got my Cisco level 3, just pulled 128 shards. Congrats, dude. Full pull on Cisco is great. One of the best Armada officers in the game. Absolutely love that officer. I still use it today. Sadly, does not work against the Prenum, but still super useful. Still super useful. Okay, where's that one I've already... There it is. I'm gonna beam this guy real quick. Going for the FC slot on my lower level count. Smart. If I can get them to give more, you know, we have one of my guys from 710 here. If we can get them to give more loot to 40 and below, that's also what I'm going to go for on my 710 account. However, right now the loot is not going to get there in time, so hopefully we can get them to change that. That's the goal. Again, everybody here that can make that happen, appreciate it. Feedback matters. Feedback matters, chat. So definitely work on that if y'all aren't already. Greatly appreciate it for those who are going to help voice that opinion. Y'all are all awesome. All right. How's that you have a treasury? It's over already. Oh, another great question. Happy to explain. Here's how the treasury works, Jesus. Once you unlock the treasury, the timer changes. So if you've already unlocked your treasury, it changes and then it expires in 3 days. But if you haven't unlocked it yet, there's a general time frame you have to complete it by. Clearly I haven't. That it still remains. So I don't have like a bonus treasury. I just did not unlock mine when you unlocked yours. Because reasons and lazy. So that's how that works. If you've already unlocked it, the timer shortens so that you finish it and like, hey, you can claim it now or you don't get it. Or if you're like Rev and you take forever, well then you can have a little bit extra time to get things done. Do you have a second fleet commander on 710? Because I don't have a second one. Should I still go for the second slot if we get enough credits? My answer is yes. Here's one. Incursion. So you naturally will get Spock in time for free from doing your pulls, right? That's going to happen regardless. So as a low level player, you're going to get a second for free at some point. But, and that is through, not this one. Yeah, right here. You're going to get it. You're going to get Spock at some point. But through incursions, everybody out there can source Fleet Commander Lorca, who is the strongest one in existence. So if nothing else, you want to prepare for that. So yes, I would still get the second Fleet Commander spot, even if at the moment you don't have a second Fleet Commander. You want to have that ready and going for as soon as you get that second up and going, especially if it's Fleet Commander Lorca, because you're going to notice a drastic change in your playability. Yes. Jason says they just jumped to 61. What a difference and stuff to do. Very different. But congratulations on becoming another Sigma player. And if you need any help with it, of course, I'm happy to help, as well as a lot of other helpful people out there. You can free to play Sloan. You can free to play Sloan. Not on server. Well, I guess you could. There are some alliances on server 710 that can free to play Sloan. That's going to be the top alliances like Dogs, AA, Guns, where they have strong enough G3 epics to do some of the waves to then try to do that. Most of us aren't going to be able to do it yet. But yeah, there are a couple of alliances that can do enough waves to then get the currency for that. Watching my archive videos, well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. What's your opinion about the new officer? Which one? The rares or the epic? I am extremely intrigued by Anorax, and I like him. Would I spend money on him? Well, I'm a cheapskate, so I wouldn't spend money on a lot of things. However, after I do my testing, if he does everything I hope he does and more, I do think he's a good officer to obtain. Absolutely. Yes, I think he'd be very beneficial to every player out there. Just all about getting him, right? So, your line's going to do 2 waves. Yeah. And Stella says AA AAA has gotten to wave 6 before, which is pretty good for a sub 40 alliance. I think the highest I've seen a sub 40 alliance get waves was, I think, 7 or 8. And this was back when waves kind of came out. We did a couple of videos on that. But I mean, getting to wave 6 is fantastic for a server that can't ascend. And that's really going to help those players out to get a lot of those bonuses. You show what crews use for Crenum Armadas? Well, I don't have them preset saved, Shinada. But if you check out my video I did for Crenum Armadas, there they are. There they are. But I don't have them set up and pre-saved right now, so I just have like generic officers on. Like, for example, this is a essentially Pike, Moreau, Janeway, which you can't. This is perfectly doable for Crenums. This is a solid crew. I wouldn't call it a great crew for Crenum, but this is a solid crew for Crenum Armadas. But I don't have any of them set up right now, and I don't save them to presets, so that makes it tough to share. Maybe I should do that. I should be a better content creator, but I don't have them preset. Can you explain what a research does that says max shield health? Is that the same as SHP? Yes, SHP just being your shield health. So yes, it's the exact same thing. Could they word things better? Yes. Yes, they could. Pipe Moreau, DeMarco. So out of that, like we're bringing up Pipe Moreau, I would actually recommend, if you have it, Picard Beverly DeMarco is better because Beverly actually works. Remember, Moreau does not work versus Crenums and Armadas. However, Beverly does. You would actually be getting a mitigation help from Beverly. But again, that's the main thing you're wanting is the 1.2 modifier that you get from Jean-Luc Beverly or Pike Moreau. But if you have Picard Beverly, better to run Picard Beverly Gwen DeMarco because you actually get something else in addition to your 1.2. So, just good to keep in mind, right? Good to keep in mind. Playing the game, trying to be as efficient and strong as possible. If you get a little bit extra from something, you want to get that little bit extra. A little bit extra is good. A little bit extra is good. The Prim says, I love your Witch Officers video to put in from a few years back. Any possibility to get an update? I mean, new officers, much love. So we actually are working on a video to try to do a, without going in depth why, a simple, this hostile, these top 3 crews. This hostile, these top 3 crews. Be very generic. And keep in mind that that will, by definition, might not necessarily be the best options for everybody, but trying to give everybody a rundown of different things to run for different things. So, can we get a spreadsheet with that video? You just want everything, James. Why are you so hard to please? Why are you so needy? Like, my Atlanta. You're so needy. Yeah, there'll probably be a spreadsheet. Why are you so needy, James? You're so needy. Desmith, DeMarco, Dejas Toll Raw is also another good group. Also another good group. Yeah, absolutely another good one. Let me go ahead and smack this real quick. Woo! Below deck as well. Oh, y'all are so needy. But yes. Now, below deck for the most part is the same for almost everything. Almost. Sadly, Kim, Blanc, Torres, Neelix don't work on everything below decks, but they're a good general below deck. You're all so needy. I love y'all for it. It's great. Because y'all are needy, I'm able to feed my kids. So y'all continue being needy. Y'all continue watching the videos, reading the spreadsheets, and being needy. Greatly appreciate it. So, Hugh Chapel, Blanc, Torres is a great run. Unless you're doing Crenums. So, again, you know, it's the game has gotten more complicated. Y'all are completely right. And that's, well, I guess it means I've got plenty of content to make. I've said it before. There's no reason any Star Trek Fleet Command content creator should struggle to find ideas for content. There's plenty of things to make content on. It's just whether people have time to make the content. It does take time. But, yeah. We definitely work on that. And if y'all want to help work on that, again, my Discord. I know I plug it all the time, and I know that probably gets annoying. I do have a massive Discord I'm very proud of. Like, Come join like the 25,000 other nerds in there playing War Thunder, Star Trek, Pokemon, everything else. Link is in the description of this video. I actually will share it out right now. I'll put it in the chat for all you 1,026 people watching right now. You absolute nerds. Y'all are all awesome. Nerds are cool now. So it's okay to be a nerd. All right. Last few questions before we wrap up for the day. Hit me up with it. You never experienced needy until you try to speed upgrade to Op 63 from 62. Wow. Wow, Anton. You really needed that Minerva, huh? Like, I gotta have the Minerva, man. I'm dying for the Minerva. Or is it the Negvar? Or the Akira? Either way, you're gonna be disappointed. Congratulations. Congratulations, though. Truly, congrats. And while you are here, hit that like button. Appreciate it. Some last minute questions in. Bit confusing how Armada officers do work on Crenum formations, but don't work on Crenum Solar Armadas. That is confusing, Erwin. So the best way I can describe it, and this is how I've been trying to teach it out, is you have Armadas and you have entities. Entities are Armadas 2.0. So you need 2.0 officers to work on entities. You need Armada officers to work on Formation Armadas and Armadas. Formation Armadas and Armadas are 1.0. Entities are 2.0. You need 2.0 officers and 1.0 officers. To me, that's the easiest way to describe it. And if y'all need a spreadsheet for that, fine. Hit up me and Quasel. We'll make another spreadsheet. That's the best way I've found to describe it. Entities, which are the Chimeras and the Crenum entities, are 2.0. Then you have Formation Armadas and Armadas, which are 1.0. And I know, Erwin, you say both are Crenum. Here's the thing. You're getting stuck on Crenum. You need to get stuck on what they are. Entities. Like Chimeras are entities. Crenum entities. You gotta get stuck on that word, not on the Crenum. And if you flip that in your brain, it then makes sense again. I'm not trying to say that this is not complex. It is overly complex for no reason. However, the easiest way I've been able to teach it out is you have 1.0 Armadas, 2.0 Armadas, separate those, and then it makes sense again. Entities are Armadas 2.0. There you go. The other way to kind of keep that in mind is 2.0 officers work on 1.0. 1.0 does not work on 2.0. Formation of entities are Armadas, but they're not, Mihai. They're formations, not entities. Like, if you look at their descriptions, they are not formation entities. They're not entities. Just formation Armadas. So, again, the definitions and the verbiage matters here. And again, this is where people get confused. Verbiage matters. The formation Armadas are not entities, nor do they call themselves entities. So again, very confusing. But if we need to give you all a visual to help that out, I will gladly make graphics and spreadsheets for that. Happily we'll do that. So yeah, good stuff. Hey y'all, I appreciate y'all, but we're timed and I'm going to wrap it up here. Also got to do some other things. And of course, it's the Superb Owl Day. What was the Q Trial crew? Pike, Moreau, Chin. There you go. Bing, bing, bang. So if y'all have any other questions, hit me up on Discord, Facebook, Reddit. I am actually on Reddit, X, formerly known as Twitter, all these different things. Before y'all leave, hit the like button. And remember, our goal is to try to get Scopely to add more event store currency in. I hope y'all have had a great time here. I hope I've helped somebody out there. I do appreciate y'all so much for watching the content, attending the streams, subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, hit that button. It means a lot to me and my family because y'all allow me to support them. And it's incredible. So thank y'all again. I love and appreciate y'all more than I can ever truly express. We'll see y'all tomorrow for all the content. I'm out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.